Alrighty, chat. So we have a couple of experience to spend. What are we thinking here? Let's see. So we have. I mean, we're pretty set, honestly, as far as I think as far as clue getting goes. I think we're pretty good on that front. And I'm debating on whether or not we need more enemy management. What do you guys think? We could upgrade these shrivelings at some point. We could just hold on to the 2 experience and try to save them for upgrading shrivelings later on. Let's see. What are some options we have here? Let's organize these by level again. Counterspell, Defiance is kind of Cash level 2 is kind of as well. We don't really have much. Yeah, it is kind of stingy. I do agree with that. We could hold on to it. That is a fair thing to do. These mystic options aren't looking too great. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. It'll be nice because we'll have to deal with that big dumb enemy at the end of that scenario. And the seeker options that we have available to us are kind of lackluster as well. Yeah. Don't think we really want any of these. I think we already have the things we want out of our seeker cards. I could be wrong, but so we have 2 experience. Let's see. Shriveling is 3. So upgrading the shrivelings to 3 would be a good option. So we could hold on, hopefully get like, I don't know, 3 or 4 experience. If we get 4 experience, that'd be great, and then we could upgrade both shrivelings. Yeah, I just don't. Maybe Crystalline Elder Sign. I could see potentially maybe getting this, but I think apart from that, I don't think there's much upgrading we need to do. I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, chat, but I don't think there really is. So I'm just gonna save the deck as is, I think. Oops. So let's do my old copy pasta here, and then we will let's hop right back into the game here. Alright, so let's go ahead and load this up. Okay. Our janky jank build. Yoink. Okay, and then we'll take... not that. Draw a card. Silly goose. Let's take out our gate box, because we already have that in play. Okay. Bada bing, bada boom. Let's put the 3 charges on our gate box. Alright, we'll give that a shuffle, and then let's go ahead and move into setup here. So, let's see if the followers have found the sign forward. We did not. So we skipped intro 2. Move into intro 3. We did interview Constance. Okay, so each investigator places the top card face down into their play area, and we get to treat this as a courage asset with 2 sanity. Okay, so we'll do that. So that's our courage asset. Hopefully that'll be handy. Okay, and then, so we've got all the monsters and lunatics set aside. And then we have to randomly choose each of the western and eastern patient wings and remove the other copy from the game. Each investigator begins at one of those choices, or one of those locations of our choice. We put all that stuff out of play, put all those locations into play. We're playing on standard. Okay, so we'll need to add a -3 to the bag. Okay, so we'll go ahead and copy that. Okay. Bada bing, bada boom. So our bag should have, yeah, 18, and 2 of them should be tablets. Yep. Okay, so that looks correct so far. All right, and then what else? Okay, so check the campaign log. Depending on the following circumstances, a different version of Act 2 will be used. We did not take the Ankh clasp. So otherwise, we'd use version 2, and then we'd shuffle the remaining yada yada yada. Okay. Then I believe there's some extra stuff with the new return to. So let's take a look at the reverse side here. Okay, so we set the hostess of insanity, enemy, and radical treatment, treachery aside out of play. Okay, those are done thanks to TTS. When determining which version of Act 2 to use, do not follow the original setup instructions. Okay, instead, remove the original versions of Act 2 from the game and check the campaign log. If you have more or equal conviction than doubt, you use the new Act 2, the really bad ones, version 3. If you have more doubt than conviction, you use version 4. More doubt. Yeah, so we use this one. Okay. Okay, so just to make sure. Yep. All right. Okay, so let's go ahead and give these locations a shuffle, and then we'll remove that one. Then same with this one. Okay, so we'll take that and remove that. All right, so where do we want to start? Do we want to start in the east or do we want to start in the west? What are you thinking, chat? What are we thinking? Are we thinking moving here or do we want to start here? I tend to like going up to the garden early. That'll make getting out of here much easier. So we can kind of like race up here, do 2 of the objectives. You usually start west. Yeah, I usually do too. So I think we're gonna go with the flow. We'll go west. Okay. So we have the western patient wing location that is a 3 shroud, 1 clue location, and each lunatic enemy at this location gets +1 horror value. Yeah, I would agree. We do want to kind of open up these locations pretty immediately. So we'll I think our plan is to kind of go up this way and try to settle things up there. So with that, let's go ahead and give this encounter deck a shuffle. We have 2 turns to kind of investigate things before we have to deal with these lunatic enemies. And make sure I delete this and put the new one. Okay. Tone that down a little bit. Okay, so let's see. The tablets are -X, where X is the base shroud value of our location. The skulls are a -1, and if we fail, okay. All right, that's not too bad. We don't have any elder things in the bag, so we don't have to worry about that for now. So that's fine with us. We have our courage asset in play, and then let's go ahead and let's draw our opening hand. All right, so we have Hawkeye folding camera, shriveling, Alice, unexpected courage, and deny existence. All right, well, I don't think we're gonna need this Alice. I like Hawkeye folding camera plus shriveling. And I kind of want to keep this unexpected courage because we'll have to make that agility 3 test. And this would be a good way to ensure that we pass that. So I think I'm going to hold on to unexpected courage for now. And we'll go ahead and we'll mulligan those 2. And we draw Renfield and Enraptured. Okay, those were good draws. Let's go ahead and give our deck a shuffle. Okay, so how do we want to set up here? We have a couple turns before we draw enemies, unless we get really unlucky with those stupid grubby things, the cockroach swarms. So we could actually probably hold off on Renfield for a turn. Right, we could use him next turn. Because if we use him this turn, he'll just advance on us. So let's hold on to Renfield for a turn. And let's use our first 2 actions to get our other assets in play. So we'll get the camera and the shriveling. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. And then we have 1 action left with our turn. We're at a 3 shroud location. We could commit these 2 cards to be 2 up. We could also just move. So I think I'm actually gonna do that. Let's go ahead and move into the yard here. All right, so the yard is a 1 shroud, 1 clue location. While you're investigating the yard, it gets +1 shroud for each horror on you, which is currently 1. So it's a 2 shroud location. And then it has an action that says if there's no clues here, you take a damage, and remember that you incited a fight amongst the patients. Okay, so that is... Yeah, that's true. We could do that. That's not a bad idea. I usually end up kind of just avoiding the mess hall and the kitchen altogether when I play this usually, but that's not a bad strategy. So let's there's no enemies, so let's move right into upkeep here. I'll draw. Okay, so we draw a ward of protection. That's a pretty good draw. And then we'll gain a resource. We'll Mythos. We'll add a Doom. And then let's draw our encounter card. Alright, so Peril Hidden. We have to add Gift of Madness Pity to our hand. We cannot attack lunatic enemies, but we can spend an action to randomly choose one of the set-aside monster enemies and place it beneath the act deck without looking at it to discard this from our hand. Well, that's not the end of the world. Yeah, that's a good point. That is a good point. The test in the kitchen is much easier for Luke to pass, so not a bad call. All right, but we have we're in our investigation phase now, so we could like resource Renfield. It'd be 2 actions. I kind of like investigating, I think, first. I think I want to spend 2 actions to investigate, and then we'll worry about Renfield later. So let's go ahead and investigate. I'm gonna commit Enraptured. That'll be 2v4. That is a -1, so we pass. Okay, so we will add a charge to our gate box. Okay, we'll get a resource onto our Hawkeye folding camera. Get this clue. We'll second action, we'll take a damage, and we will incite a fight among the patients. And then last action, let's move. Let's move back into the hall here, I think. Okay, so that's our turn. And then let's go right into upkeep because there's still no enemies. We'll gain a resource, draw a card. We draw a vantage point. Okay, that's a good draw. All right, so we get our actions back, and then we'll move right into Mythos phase, where the agenda will advance. Okay. Oh my god, bags, please. Go away. You're too close to the trash. All right, so we advance here. And then we shuffle the encounter discard pile and each lunatic enemy into the encounter deck. Okay, so this is the lunatic pile. Okay. Then the lead investigator must randomly choose an enemy from the monsters and place it beneath the act deck without looking at it. Okay. Alright. And that is that. Alright, so Torturous Descent has a Doom threshold of 7. And we're 2 clues away from getting the amount of clues that we need to do this. So let's go ahead and draw our encounter card. We draw a Maggot Swarm. It's a 3/2/3 enemy. Its location gets +2 Shroud, and while it's at a location with no clues, it gains Hunter. Okay, well, this is annoying. Thank goodness we have a Shriveling, and we're at a 5 intellect, or a 5 willpower, so could be worse. Let's definitely gonna save this ward for a straight jacket, I think. Okay, so yeah, let's first action. Oops, not what I meant to do. I meant to do that. Okay, first action is going to be a fight 5 versus 3 here. Don't think I want to commit anything else, so we'll do that. All right, we get a 0, so this will go away. Okay, that was our first action. Let's second action move into the mess hall. Right, so it's a 2 Shroud, 2 Clue location. After you successfully investigate the mess hall, you have to choose and discard a card from your hand. Okay. So we could use our last action to Renfield, and then ensure that we have resources. And I'm sure we could pretty easily kill Renfield. So, yeah, let's do that. Let's go ahead and use our last action and our 2 resources to Renfield. We'll exhaust Renfield, put a Doom on him, and gain a resource. Okay, that was our investigation phase. There are no enemies, so we'll move right into upkeep. Bada bing, bada boom. Draw a card, draw Pathfinder, and we'll gain a resource. So we'll be able to play Pathfinder next turn and start chugging away at that. So that was a good draw. All right, so we have 2 Doom of 7. And our encounter card for the turn is the Dance of the Yellow King. There's no lunatic enemies, which there are not. It gains Surge. Okay. Gift of Madness, Misery. You cannot trigger action abilities on locations. Okay, so we have to get rid of this. We're gonna have to get rid of this. All right, so first action's definitely gonna be get rid of this. Yeah. So choose an enemy from the monsters and place it beneath the act deck. Okay, that's fine. So we'll do that. Okay, that's our first action. Second action, let's go ahead and use Renfield to gain a resource. We'll play Pathfinder as our second action. And then let's move into the kitchen. Oh, no, I need to discover the clues, right? Oh, no, I need the key. Ugh, gross. Okay, so I guess the last action we can investigate? Yeah, that seems okay. We can discard this vantage point, I think. We could discard that too, but I forgot we need the stupid key. So yeah, we'll have to advance to do that. But we could alternatively move here and investigate, but the 2v3 isn't too bad. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna try to investigate. Last action is gonna be to try to investigate 2v3. Let me draw -2. Okay, so we fail. That's too bad. Do I Pathfinder? I don't think so. Yeah, I don't think so. Okay. Well, let's... Yeah, let's just move into upkeep. We'll refresh and draw. Okay, we get a Seeking Answers. That's not too bad. Draw or gain a resource, and then we'll move into Mythos phase here. All right, so 3 Doom of 7. And the walls are closing in. All right, so test willpower X, where X is the shroud value of our location, which is 2. If we fail, we either have to take a horror for each point we fail by or randomly choose an enemy. Okay, no, we're 2v5, so that's fine. All right, so we pass. Well, that's pretty much nothing. Okay, so kind of want to... Yeah, I think I want to do some janky stuff this turn. Let's first use Renfield to gain a resource. Okay, so let's see if you succeed. Discover a clue to a connecting location. Okay, let's use Gatebox. We're gonna do the old Gatebox Vantage Point combo here. So we'll do that. Okay, let's put this into play. Let's snag a clue from here. Move here. So first action is going to be to investigate. 0v3. Okay, we do not fail, so we pass. We get this clue, and we get to put a charge on our, whoops. Put a charge on our Hawkeye folding camera. Okay. Let's then use Seeking Answers. We're going to investigate our location because it's a 0 still. So that'll be our second action. So investigating 0v3 or 4 rather. Alright, so we get a -2. And then we get to discover a clue at a connecting location. So I'll take this clue in the mess hall. Alright, so we have 3 clues. I don't think we have to immediately advance. We do not. So we could advance during the enemy phase, because we have 1 action left. I guess let's Pathfinder out of here. We can, I guess, go here. And then we can use an action to move here, because we're gonna want to go down into the basement. So I think I'm gonna use an action to move here. Okay, so the eastern wing is a 2 shroud, 1 clue location. After you end your turn at this location, you take a horror and gain 2 resources. Well, thank you very much. So that was our turn. So we ended our turn there, so we have to take a horror, which we'll put on this courage asset, and gain 2 resources. Lovely stuff. Can attack lunatic enemies, which is fine for now. We might have to get rid of this. I'm not sure. There's no enemies, so let's move into upkeep here. We'll refresh our stuff. And we will draw a shortcut. Okay, movement is always good. Go up to 4 resources, and I believe we're also at 4 doom. Whoops, wrong camera. There we go. Yep, so 4 doom of 7. And then what do we draw? Okay. That's kind of what I was afraid of. Alright, so when he comes into play, he's going to deal Renfield a damage, and he's going to deal himself a damage. Which is fine. Let's start by advancing. Before we do anything else. Let's advance. Okay. Alright, so we must decide to test either agility, combat, or intellect. So I think we're going to try to test intellect first. Do I have anything to commit? We could commit this unexpected courage to go 2 up. We could take the keys by force, alternatively. Yeah, I'm gonna commit this unexpected courage. So that's gonna be 4, 5, 6v4. Alright, we draw a -1, so we pass. We managed to persuade. Yeah, so we managed to persuade, and then we advance to Act 2. So we ignore the text on the unrevealed side of Arkham Asylum locations, and then our objective is to find the patient confinement location with Daniel Chesterfield. Okay, so we have the keys. Alrighty, so with our turn. We could gatebox back to the mess hall. Yeah, I don't think we're going to be attacking any of these lunatic enemies. I think this Gift of Madness might be pretty much a nombo, just because we have gatebox, and we can do some really silly things with gatebox and moving around. We could just try to evade this guy too, rather than using a charge of gatebox, but let's see. Because we're gonna have to eventually re-engage him. Well, I mean, we can just gatebox right back to here, right? So we gatebox Pathfinder, move as first action. That seems pretty good. And we'll have to save charges for later on too. So I think what I want to do is I might want to save this for later on, right? Because like we don't have to go into the kitchen just yet, right? Because we can save ourselves a whole turn by like going all the way down here, boost into the kitchen, and then we can like go boost into the yard and then go into the garden from there. Yeah, so I think what I'm going to do is try to evade 1v3 here, first action. Alright, so we pass. We draw -1 and pass. And then we'll use Pathfinder to move out of here. Oops. There we go. Oh no, I need to unsnap him. There we go. Okay. Alright, so yeah, we'll move into here. The infirmary doesn't have VP, does it? Might be worth it to try to get that VP, but we'll see. Alright, so after the basement hall is revealed, we put the 4 set-aside patient confinement locations into play. Dang it. Grab them all. There we go. Do, and dupe. Okay. So we have 2 actions left with our turn. I don't really have a good way of investigating Force Shroud right now. We have 2 actions left with our turn. Yeah, we really don't have much to I guess we can use Renfield for a resource. What do? We have 2 actions left. I guess let's use an action to move into this patient confinement. Alright, so this is the occupied cell. This is the test combat 2 one. So this is the releasing a dangerous patient one. 5 shroud, geez. Yikes. Yeah, we're 2v2 currently. Oh, we do. You're absolutely correct. I thought we ignored that text, right? Because it's an Arkham Asylum location? Right? Or is it not an asylum location while it's unrevealed? I think that's how that works, right? Okay. Okay. Alright, well, that stinks. Okay. Well, I guess that's good to know. Alright, so I guess I'll just shuffle these back up so I don't know what they are. Okay. Well, barnacles. Had I had known that, I guess... Okay, so I guess I'll use that action then to draw. Alright, so 4... Now we have an enraptured. That only put us up to a 5. I could commit ward, but I don't think I want to. Tough decision. Tough. Let's then see, we have one action left. It's not like that guy's gonna hunt, so I guess we could try to get a couple extra cards to boost our to try to boost our intellect enough. Huh. We're at a 4, puts us to a 5. Yeah, I think we kind of have to. So we'll do that. We'll use our last action to draw. Okay, we draw deduction. Okay, so yeah, enemy phase, and then upkeep. This will ready. This guy will ready. Ready Pathfinder. We'll draw. Draw Alice. And we'll go up to 6 resources. Those phase. 5 Doom of 7, and our encounter card for the turn. It's a Fragile Thoughts. Revelation. Discard events from our hand with a total resource cost of at least 4. Which I can't. So do I have to discard my ward? Is that how that works? Because I mean, if I'm gonna discard it, I might as well use it, right? How does that work? Discard events from your hand with a total printed resource cost of at least X, where X is the shroud value of your location, which is 4. If no cards are discarded, gain surge. As you understand it, you would need to do the discard. Yeah, okay, that's what I thought. So I'll just ward it. And then I guess what I'll do is I'll kill Renfield, and then we can play Alice Luxley. Okay, so that's fine. Alright, so let's first action play Alice. Whoa, what the heck? 3, 4, okay. First action play Alice, so now we're rocking a 5 intellect, which is nice. Rocking the old 5-5-2-3 stat line. Let's go ahead and go up to 6, and we'll try to investigate. Nice. Okay, so we do manage to succeed. We were at a 6. Right, 4, 5, 6. Yep. Make sure I'm doing my math correctly here. So we'll get this clue, and we get to place a charge on our gate box. And then we discovered the last clue at our location, so we also get to do that as well. Alright, so, yeah, we have one action left with our turn. We have Pathfinder. Let's go ahead and Pathfinder into a location, and we'll pay a clue. I guess we'll go here. Alright, so we find the dreary cell. Oh, this is actually pretty easy for us to pass, too. Nice. So, it's a 3 shroud, 1 clue location. It has an action that says test intellect 2 to speak to the patient here. If you Succeed, you are able to interpret her ravings. Remember that you know the guard's patrols. Okay. Testing intellect 2 versus 5 is pretty simple. We don't need to discover the clue this turn. So I think what I'm going to do is just try to do that test first. So 2 versus 5. -3. Okay, so we still pass. So that's good. So we'll pass, and then we will know the guard's patrols. Yeah, it doesn't say you have to discover the clues, so. Okay, so that's our turn. So that was our investigation phase. And then enemy phase, the lunatic does not move, so we'll go right into upkeep. We will refresh. Okay, we'll draw. And we get a perception, okay. Very nice, very nice. And then we'll go right into Mythos phase here. 5 Doom of 7, because we don't have Renfield out in play anymore. And then let's draw our encounter card. We draw a Maggot Swarm, okay. Which is annoying, but at least we can kill this thing. Alright, so first action I guess is to be Shriveling. 5v3, Chaos Bag will say a skull, so I'll have to take a horror. But it's a -1, so we do pass, okay? Like I will go bye-bye now. Let's investigate. It's a 3 shroud, 5. Let's go 4 up. I want to draw a card. Do I want to save this? Am I being greedy? Might be greedy. We might need this, so I think I'm just gonna try it 3v5 here. Alright, another skull, it's another -1, so we pass. Grab this clue. Alright, and then we'll Pathfinder back here. And then let's then use let's just use our last action, I guess, to go here. All right, so we find Daniel's cell. All right, there we go. So we get to advance here. So spawn the set-aside Host of Insanity at Daniel's cell, and then shuffle the encounter discard pile and each enemy beneath the act deck into the encounter deck. Okay. This plus this. And then we have to put the Host of Insanity at that location. All right. This thing is quite gross. Massive Hunter 4/4/4 enemy. It gets +2 health, so it has a 4/6/4. If you control the clasp, which we do not, you get to parlay. Reveal the clasp to the creature. It freezes, withering. A garbled prayer automatically evade it. Okay, 6 health is quite gross. Oy vey. Oy vey. Okay, well. Think we're gonna be able to kill that thing, unfortunately. Let's remember to spend our clue. Okay, yeah, that's the end of our turn. So enemy phase, we're gonna get bonked here. Ah! Alice will take a hit for us because she's a lovely gal. And then let's go into upkeep here. All right, so we draw a Storm of Spirits. Okay, that's not bad. Yeah, it's like the same thing with the with Daniel too, right? They did the same kind of thing. Get a resource, and then let's move into Mythos phase. All right, so 6 Doom of 7, so that's we're running out of time here. Let's make sure we refresh. All right, and then we'll draw our counter card. Bleeding Walls. Okay, so test willpower X. X is the shroud value. If you fail, you lose an action and take a horror. Our current shroud is 2. So I think we're pretty safe to go 2v5 here. Draw skull, which is a -1, so we pass. Alright, so... We have this enemy. We have plenty of charges on our gate box. Let's check the agenda deck here. So we have know the guards patrols, and we incited a fight amongst the patients. So we need to do 2 more of these things. I believe one of them is distracting the guards, right? Engage? I think we want to... Let's see here. So, 2 shroud, 1 clue. We don't need clues, right? I don't think we need any clues. So I think we can... Like, we don't need clues for the rest of the scenario, right? I don't think so. We have 2 XP as it is right now. At least on the board standing. So we could, let's see, we could gatebox Pathfinder back to the mess hall and move into the kitchen. Which wouldn't be a bad option. We could, yeah, so we don't need any more clues. So I kind of like the idea of just, let's gatebox. And then we'll disengage from this thing. And we'll zoomy zoom. The mess hall and the infirmary have victory points. Okay, well, we already cleared the mess hall, so... So yeah, we'll Pathfinder in here. Zoop. And then action 1, we will move into the kitchen. We persuaded the person to get the key, so... Okay. So we're in the kitchen. It's a 2 shroud, 1 clue location. If there's no clues on it, we can test willpower 2 to set a fire in the kitchen. Okay, so second action, let's investigate. I guess I don't think I need to use this, so I'll just hold on to it, I guess. Yeah, we're 5e2. We draw a -1. Wow, the bag is being really nice to us. We haven't seen an Elder Sign or an... Alright, so we get this clue. Let's then do the willpower 2 test as our last action, and that'll be... Oh goodness. Yeah, 2v5. Alright, so we pass that as well. Alright, so we have 3 of them. So I don't think we need to do anything more. I think we're good. Well, like, we could try to kill this host, I guess. We have the tools. We have 2 charges of Shriveling and a Storm of Spirits. So, like, we could, in theory, we could, like, move into the Dream Gate, huck the Storm of Spirits, Pathfinder, blap blap, in theory. We could try to spend a turn doing that, which isn't the worst. I believe the garden has the distract the guards, if I remember correctly. So I think you can just, like, zoom up to the garden and do that. The infirmary is a victory point, too, which is something worth considering. Humana. Let's take the... Yeah, because we still have a whole nother agenda, so... So we could be greedy, and we could try to do some victory point hunting, which I don't hate. Let's see, so... So we could do some more cheese. We could I don't think we don't have any actions left, but we could use shortcut to move back into the dream gate, and then we could move all the way back here. We could take a damage and a horror, gain 2 resources. This guy doesn't... Oh, he does hunt. Okay. So yeah, like we could, you know, we could do that. Like take a damage and a horror, which I think we can pretty, yeah, we can take that. We could do that, and then try to go here. Like evade, move. Which isn't the worst. Because I think at this point we have enough charges on our gate box to facilitate everything else. So I think I'm gonna be greedy. I'm gonna use shortcut. We're gonna go back into the into here, and then end of the investigation phase. We'll go here. Enemy phase. This guy will hit us, and we'll also end our turn here. So we take a damage or damage and a horror. And we gain 2 resources. Okay, and during enemy phase, the host will hunt, so he'll move up here. I mean, we have the biggest safety valve in Gatebox, so you know we can easily just move up there and like go up to the garden and do that. So. Remember the engaging Demogway. What on earth? Okay, so let's go to upkeep. And this guy will engage us. Okay, draw. Draw? There we go. Ooh, working a hunch, look at that. Look at that, we could even deal with a damage. So we'll gain a resource and then we'll move into Mythos phase. Oh, that's right. Yep, good call. We take a damage from this, and it takes a damage as well. Okay, so we'll do that. Okay. Okay. Alright, so we add the 7th Doom. Okay. The lead investigator must randomly choose an enemy from the set-aside monster enemies and shuffle it into the encounter deck without looking at it. Okay. Okay. And Constance is slain, so we don't have to deal with her. So that is gravy. All right. Forced, when an enemy would be placed beneath the act deck, you shuffle it into the encounter deck instead. Okay. That's all well and good, and let's see what we get for our encounter card this turn. Ooh, okay, thank God it spawns not at our location. Alright, yeah, he spawns in the basement hall. Right, yep. So he spawns in the basement hall, cannot make attacks of opportunity, and cannot attack during the same phase it moved. Okay, that's honestly kind of fine with us. Alright, so we can just do this evade again, going 2 up. So let's first action evade 1v3. I have nothing to commit, so 1v3 it is. Skull is a -1, so we pass. Okay. So we'll evade that. We'll move into the infirmary. Okay. So that was action 1. And then that's a 3-shroud location. We're currently at a 5, so we'll second action investigate. I feel like I should commit that deduction. So yeah, I won't though. So we'll just do that. And we draw a +1. Okay. We'll get this clue. Very nice. Okay. And then we can, let's see, what do we want to do here? I don't think I need to. That's the thing. That's the crazy part about this. The bag has been absurdly kind to us today. We have one action left though, so we could use Gatebox and then shoot up here. Because we have all the VP. At least on the board, we have all the VP, so I don't think there's really much of a reason to stick around here. So yeah, we'll do that. We'll use Gatebox. Okay. We will spawn this. We'll go up here, and then our last action is going to be to move back here. All right. So that's our turn. Whoops. That was our investigation phase. And then enemy phase. Whoops, not upkeep, enemy phase. This guy will move. This guy will move. And then during upkeep, this guy will ready. And then we'll also do all of our readying and whatnot. Okay, so yeah. Like, we have the ability to, but I just don't want to do it with that other enemy there. There it is. There's the tarot card. So we'll go up to 6 resources and we'll enter Mythos phase here. And let's add a Doom. We're at 1 Doom of 8. And we draw Fragile Thoughts. Discard events from our hand with a resource cost of 1. Okay. I'll discard this Working a Hunch. Beautiful. Okay. Uneventful. Let's go into investigation phase. Let's Pathfinder here. Okay. 3 Shroud, 1 Clue. It's 2, actually 4. Plus 3? Oh, right. I see what you're saying now. Okay. Yeah. So you're absolutely correct. That would be 4. So I guess I'd also have to discard the Storm of Spirits. I see what you're saying. Okay. All right. Well, that just confirms that I'm not gonna try to kill the host. So that's fine. Oh, okay. Yep. Yeah, let's just double check it. Yeah, while you're investigating the yard. Yep. Okay. So I mean, it's still an option. I guess let's try to investigate. We'll finally use this perception. That'll be 3, 5, 6, 7 versus 3. So good thing we went 3 up there. So we'll get this clue. We'll draw a card. Draw Pathfinder, okay. That might actually help us pass that agility test. Okay, so we did that. We don't really need to add any more charges, so it's fine. Second action, let's try to pass the test. I believe it's a 2. Yeah, so we're gonna test agility 2 versus our 4. Second action here. Alright, we pass. So we've distracted the guards. And then that causes us to advance, I believe. If the investigators... Yeah, we have to advance, so... Alright, so... Shuffle the encounter discard pile into the encounter deck, and each enemy beneath the act deck. If there are at least 3 monsters shuffled this way, which there are none shuffled that way, so... Okay, so... ignore the text on the Arkham Asylum locations. The garden gains resign. Okay, so we could just resign here. I don't think we, So, option is to resign. Another option is to get really greedy and try to kill this thing. But I don't think we have the time. Or rather, I don't think we can live to kill this thing and survive an attack from this thing. Yeah. Yeah, I don't think we could survive both, so I think we're gonna have to use our last action to resign. Oops. There we go. Yeah, we'll use our last action to resign. So yeah, not a bad turn. That scenario went pretty much exactly how we wanted it to go. Pretty surprised. I was Yeah, that's very true, yeah. Alright, so suggestion replacement. Alright, so we resigned. Whoops. Each uninvestigator is advanced. Okay. We did not take the keys by force, so we get resolution 3. Okay, so let's take a look at resolution 3 here. Alright, so we escaped the asylum. Alrighty. We earn victory. We earn victory X. And then we remove all of the tablets and add 2 elder things. Okay. We'll remove tablet and remove tablet. Then we'll add 2 elder things. Okay. Those back there. Take these. Put those in there. And then we proceed to the interlude. Okay, so let's just double check the board here real quick. So we have 1 victory point from the basement hall, 1 victory point from the infirmary, 1 victory point from the mess hall, and I think that's it. So that's 1, 2, 3. It's not too bad. Yeah, so we earned 3 XP there. So not the worst. So we have 5 XP now. And then we proceed to the interlude. All right, so Daniel did not survive, I'm going to assume, is how that works. Is it 4? Are you sure? I don't think it is. There's 1 here, there's 1 here, and there's 1 here. No, it doesn't. Nope. There's only 3 locations with a victory on them. Yeah, so we get 3 XP. This killing the host would have been the only other way to get more XP, so we get 3. So that's not too bad, and we might get some extra experience in the interlude. So let's check that out first. All right, so Daniel did not survive. Daniel was not possessed. He did not survive. Okay, so let's go there. Okay, so so we must either choose to ignore or heed the warning. Oh goodness. Yeah, no. Ignoring gives us doubt, and heeding it gives us conviction. I know doubt makes Phantom of Truth much easier. Heeding it also gives us an experience. Hamburger Jack. Oh man, that's a classic vase moment right there. I don't know if you saw the Photoshop that I did. Oh man, that was great. I'll post it in the Discord after this. It was funny. Let's see. So, do we want doubt or do we want an experience? And then we can't mention the H name for the remainder of the campaign. Yeah. I usually go doubt. Just because it makes Phantom of Truth not obnoxious, so I think I'm gonna go doubt. I will ignore the warning. Because I don't need to listen to you, Daniel Chesterfield. Okay, and then we'll mark to doubt. Okay, and is that it? Yep, that's it, so yeah. So yeah, that wasn't too bad. I mean, Luke does some pretty ridiculous things to that scenario in general. The fact that we were able to use Vantage Point to essentially ignore all of the bad stuff from investigating was mucho buenos. So that was nice. We got to use Seeking Answers in a very peculiar way, which was funny in Echoes. And yeah, I mean, I know the one experience, man, it kills me. Kills me to only have 5 XP. But we could take something like a Deny 5. We could take, you know, we have some options. So I'm not too worried about it, honestly. But I think I'm going to go ahead and end today's stream. If you're watching this VOD on YouTube, be sure to like, comment, share, and subscribe. And I will, I'll probably be back again on Monday to do another stream of Arkham. And this time we'll be playing solo Luke through a Phantom of Truth. So stay tuned, and I want to thank you all very much for watching, and I hope you're staying safe and have a great rest of your day.